to the
shadow of the night.
Yeah. I'm fading.
It's fading or failing, but it's fading, I think. Hello and welcome to Mastering Mediocrity Music Reviews. I'm Jeff.
I'm Ben.
I'm Mark.
And we are here today to scrutinize, celebrate, and review Hellfire's
Reckoning.
album. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for your contribution there, Mark.
Well, I pretty much covered the artist and the album.
Yeah.
They do songs.
Thank you for watching. That's as good as it's gonna
For
get.
more hard-hitting reviews.
They do songs. That's what
And
we do
next
here.
week is the Christmas album.
Yeah, by 98 degrees. All right.
I do have a Christmas album in mind.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Ooh.
We'll get to it. But, all right, let's start off with...
The shots.
The shots. That's not what I was going to say. So we're going to do it anyways. Where's
Jesus
mine?
Christ.
Where's mine? Where's the bottle? Nobody ever poured... I didn't pour my own. Where's
did
I
have
thought you
one
were
poured.
doing, yeah.
Oh.
I had one poured.
No, I'm doing the real
Right,
deal.
He's the real deal.
Sorry. God damn it,
Not
this
going to
show.
duels his way out of this one.
We're really going to have to be focused on this second half, boys.
Will we?
No.
Why are you doing it over my phone?
I was doing it in front of the microphone. You should move your fucking phone.
That's where my notes are.
What's the aggression there, brah?
Oh, I didn't know that I did that aggressively.
Check the vibe, yo.
We're in the hippie hole, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's do these
All right,
shots.
don't get too emotional.
Yeah, that's why you got the Marine Corps flag back there.
Yeah.
To represent extreme violence when necessary.
Ooh,
Right, Gunner.
Oh my god! Are we gonna start reviewing anything at all?
No.
This
No,
is
first
great.
we're going to take these shots.
All
And
right.
this is the few from earlier.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Mates. It's burning my chapped lips.
Yeah.
Revealed all the cracks I have.
Even the dog's like, yo, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, no shit.
I'm gonna turn my nose
It's getting
up to
lower. So what did you think about the album?
Wait, no. First things first. Wait, I want to say how there's beard hair in my mouth.
Today,
Oh shit! This is the worst one we've ever done.
How did you guys land on this? Because I wasn't here last week. Was it last week?
All right, so
no, you were not here last week.
Yeah.
This is one that Jeff found.
yeah, this
So how
one.
did you get on this? How did you land? How did we? Was it on the? It wasn't on the wheel unless you added it that week or that
No,
day?
it was one that I had been hearing. I think it was happening after I listened to Running Wild.
Did you hear it on the wind?
What? I didn't even hear you. He's laughing his ass off and I
I'm
didn't even hear him.
sorry.
What did you even say?
Did you hear it on the wind?
On the wind? What does that mean?
you were hearing about it like from where? You were
The grapevine.
from the
on
grapevine,
Spotify.
you're outside meditating and you just hear it playing in the breeze.
I'm trying to get to the story where I've heard it and you didn't even let me get to it.
funny.
God spoke to you like while you're outside.
Jeff. Hellfire.
Hellfire. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Is this God?
I have a tumor.
Having a seizure right now? So no, I'm listening to Running Wild, or maybe even
Once the album
Bloody Hammers.
the
Yeah,
radio,
Bloody
the,
Hammers.
album radio starts playing. Or
yeah.
whatever.
Spotify starts choosing things for you once you start going through an album, and this song played. It wasn't this song. This band played a couple times, and it was the same song each time.
What song?
And it was Medieval Cowboys.
Okay.
Right, and I was
So
that's
this came on
way up my
randomly
lap.
after listening to an album.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and
Oh,
so
how
I
about
was
that?
like, this is way on my radar, and the first time I heard it, I wasn't terribly impressed. So yeah, I was like, all right, that happened. And, I'm listening again, and it goes to it again. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I like this. I'm going to go check them out. And I started with their latest release, and I hit Reckoning. And I was like, this feels basic, okay? And then it hits Medieval Cowboys. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And then it moves on again, and it just starts with this real simple... And that's what they do in every single song. It almost starts with just like a very simple little riff that I feel like any newbie could start playing. But then the second guitar comes on, you get these amazing harmonics, and it starts to get complex and interesting. And it just builds off of inviting you in with that simple riff. And then you just get a cacophony of speed metal flavors, whether there's punk or epic metal, fantasy metal to a degree, pirate metal, yeah. And
not once did he mention thrash.
But yeah, at their core, it's thrash. It's like British heavy metal and in the late 70s and early 80s. That's how they describe themselves.
Okay.
From San Francisco, California, Hellfire pulls influences like the twin guitars and soaring vocals of new wave of British heavy metal movements of the late 1970s, combined with the speed and intensity of the early 1980s thrash metal scene.
That's a lot of cultural appropriation.
Oh, yeah.
San Francisco band.
Yeah.
Like, I just assumed they were Scandinavian like everybody else.
Oh.
Yeah, Swedish of northern Viking descent.
Yeah.
I didn't pick like too many names to compare them to, but I said like Dio, Ozzy, like especially like Randy Rhoads guitar and stuff, Maiden, Priest, and bands like that. Those are bands. That's what I compared them to, or that's different sounds that I heard.
I feel a lot of Iron Maiden threw it out because there are like that's what Iron Maiden does. They do these like just kind of simple riffs that a lot of people end up playing when they're learning guitar. If you're a metal fan, and then adding complexity to that. And I totally see the British heavy metal part of this and the thrash, because there are songs that are almost complete thrash, like Addicted to Violence for sure.
Yeah,
it's
that's like a thrash punk.
Yeah, that one, as I said, I'll give you that one as like a punk, because earlier.
Yeah, that's what I've felt most
for that
one. It's like a punk song.
It's punk elements. I'm taking them out of the punk genre. Yeah, elements.
Yeah. The one before that,
Thrill of the Chase. Yes.
We don't need to start going through the songs, but like the guitar and everything is pretty thrashy and everything, and it's all whatever. But the drums feel real punky.
And they're real like catchy. When I heard that one, that was the first like really catchy song that I.
Yeah,
you could kind of like stomp your foot to.
I never looked up live video of them or anything like that, so I don't know what they're doing live necessarily. But I saw pictures of it, so I didn't see the video because I don't know if he modifies the way it's played. But their drummer only has a single bass drum, so I don't know if he's just got two pedals down there doing the double bass, or if he's just doing really good single bass.
They're playing bars, man, so they don't have the full kit. Yeah, right. That's what he said. Yeah, definitely.
So it's like bass. I was like, oh dang, I don't know why I don't know where I was going with that. I've had too many drinks, and I haven't eaten too much lately.
I'm kind of fucked up.
You're just talking about the guitars. No, okay, I'll stop you.
I don't know why. I don't know those for that song. The drums just sounded so punky, and I don't know. I just started to be a little bit more open to what you were saying about them being punk influenced and shit, and
just elements. I don't even know if influence. It's there.
You hear it here and there.
Yeah.
It's, to me, like, this, out of everything that, like, in the metal genre that I've listened to, was really, like, trebly.
Oh, yeah.
And very,
he loves
very
treble.
crisp.
He's all about it.
Yeah,
like, everything's, they're not letting notes drag. They're not hanging heavy distortion on anything. It's very, like, fast, crisp, and, like, it's like they only play the bottom four strings of the guitar a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking great. I love it.
That's where you
like my favorite ones are like the ones where it's a little more power chordy and catchy. Like was it Toluga Nights to me? That one like
Tortuga Nights.
Yeah,
yeah,
stands out.
That one has that one to me feels like the most power metal-y song, but it's not a power metal song. But it kind of has the composition
not as thrashy
of that.
and noisy as the rest of the album.
It's the most palatable.
Yeah, for sure.
I will bridge that gap. But to me, what I like about it so much is this marriage between the 80s metal scene, the early 80s metal scene, and this thrash element that almost feels like Hatebreed met Wasp. And they combined, and then somewhere in between, everything still happened, and there was the punk era to metal. And I love it. I just, like, this album is complete fucking insanity. There's just the best thrash that I've ever heard beyond Kill 'Em All.
The best thrash after 2000. How about that?
Yeah, like Kill 'Em All is just like the textbook of amazing thrash.
Yeah, or
No.
That's open to opinion. I'm not disagreeing.
There's purists that say there are other bands that happen, but just Metallica ends up eclipsing them. But so it's
to
so
go
good.
back to not go back to what you were saying, but it being trebly and just kind of thrashy or whatever Jeff was saying too. But this is what I said to Jeff when I first turned it on. I was like, this is what I said to him. I said, "Holy fuck, son," because it just opens up a regular guitar or clean guitar, and I was just like, okay, what is this going? I didn't even know what sort of music it was. And I'm thinking, oh god, this is gonna be one of Jeff's fucking
just straight metalcore
emo
hardcore.
music.
Yeah,
it's Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
No, come on, guys. I mean, I like
Sum
that.
41.
But
And then the the two guitars kick in. It doesn't really get like the two guitars and the drums kick in, and
that's whatever at that point,
right? And
yeah,
it's not
it could
really
be anything.
It's not really opened up, but you're like, I was kind of like, all right, this is cool, but when's it gonna get Jeffy, and then it really opened up. I said, holy fuck, son, this opening song is killer. Like he hadn't even really started singing yet.
Yeah,
and I was like, absolutely money. That was a mistyping. I meant to say killer again. Absolutely killer. But money works. But like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I had been in a fucking musical rut, or just nothing speaking to me. Sabotage I come out with anything, or just
Bloody Hammers was good.
Right.
It was good, but
right. And I mean, I listen to it all the time. To be fair, but
it wasn't anything different.
The rest, I've listened to the rest of Bloody Hammer's catalog for fucking 2 years or whatever, and there's nothing new there. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like dulled out to it, and then Reckoning starts going, the chorus goes, and I was just like, holy fuck, this is exactly what I needed. Tortuga Nights. Best song on the album. If you guys want, we can start getting into the album, the songs. But like, this was such a breath of fresh air for me. If I were, let's give the album review or rating right now. For me, I'd probably give this album like a solid 8, maybe even an 8.5 overall.
Oh, that's tough. All right, so personal score for me. Like personal, just like deep down, this one is like a 9.5. I've not been
the whole album.
I've just not been rocked by music in a long time.
This is where I was last week.
Yeah, with the fumes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I can understand that because it was
to the point where I almost wanted to send him a fucking message on Facebook, like, dude, there's still people halfway across the world that are finding you, and like, you blew my mind.
Yeah, I Facebooked these guys this morning.
Hellfire?
And I was just like, you guys are fucking awesome. I hope you get a national tour and you're in Ohio at some point.
It's cool that they're a not well-known band.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to touch on just real quick. Like, they have a website. They have merch. I went and bought some. And it's nice stuff, too, for a real decent price. As you can see, I have this nice Raglan-style shirt. Hellfire. Nice black. It is a little bit thin, but it was $25, and that's good enough for me. And like, just came to find out they have like 7,500 followers on Facebook. Not huge, Their top fives on Spotify go from, I want to say, like 90,000 or just about, down to just about 9,000.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Is it really?
There's not too
That's
many,
crazy.
but they're getting like Medieval Cowboys and
70s.
Reckoning.
See, I think,
they
like,
switch a little
I think
bit.
Addicted to Violence or Tortuga Nights could.
Tortuga
be
Nights is
something that
not in the
breaks
top
into
No,
five.
it's Medieval Cowboys. It Ends Tonight, Reckoning, Addicted to Violence, and then Thrill of the Chase.
And yeah,
79 down to 8.9.
but a lot of them have been switching number ones. Like I think they're really. I mean, for it being out in August and then them being a small band in Northern California that are just playing bars right now, those two songs are blowing up pretty good. People are finding them. They have a decent amount of monthly listeners, and this song to me is fucking.
Which one?
There's
Or this album?
this album is something that a lot of metal fans could appreciate. They just need to know
my
about it.
question.
Only
Like,
16,000 monthly listeners.
That's a decent amount.
Is it? I don't know.
For a small band, that's
Is it?
good.
What's the appetite for this kind of music on a national scale? Like, do you think a band that like sticks in this lane, this genre? I know you guys love this stuff. I really don't.
Okay.
Is there enough demand out there for something like this that they can break through?
I think so, but
Would it
they
involve-
need
would
to
it
have
involve
one
European
song
tours?
that has to make it.
For
And they have to
reference.
tour a shit ton.
For reference, Bloody Hammers has 93,000 monthly listeners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever that's worth.
But they've entered into the scene. You know, they're doing. He's doing podcast runs, and Spotify's blowing up for him a little bit. So that's all that has to happen.
Has 2.8 million.
Yeah, they're Sabotage. Come on.
I'm just letting you, seeing you, or
Right.
all the things.
They're new.
But like to be like big in this genre of music, do you have to be a global powerhouse?
Yeah, like you don't make it huge. You can get a niche following.
Well, I was
and
gonna
do
say, like,
decently.
how big is thrash metal right now? Not very. What could these guys really expect?
To make
I don't
a
mean
living.
this in a bad way, because I think this album's fucking killer.
They're certainly very
This album's
talented.
killer.
The lead singer has a set of pipes.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
can
Oh,
just
yeah.
let
Yeah.
it go for the entirety of an entire song.
Yeah, like you say, I would love if there was a thrash metal revival. I would love it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like realistically, is that scene open right now? I doubt it.
Here's what I
Yeah.
want to say. Me being like really enjoying Pantera music, I think this is as close to groove metal as there has been in a little bit, especially.
I don't really hear any groove
a couple
in
songs.
That's
there.
quite a definitive statement. For
Yeah,
something.
I didn't really get.
I'm
a
just
groove
saying,
Two out of the
there's-
three
there's-
people in the room disagree with.
Has a lot of melody to it in parts, but they're more of a mix. I get it. Like I've said the elements that they embody, which Pantera didn't necessarily do because they were their own thing. But I hear a bit of it happening, and I'm just saying it's enough of a bridge to fill that gap. Like I don't know of any popular thrash metal bands right now. I mean, the last one that I thought was decently
Exactly.
successful was
I think that
Hatebreed.
proves my point.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's a gap right now. There could be a band that
Is it a gap
allows it to
because there's a
resurge
lack
a
of
bit.
demand though?
Maybe.
Are people like knocking on the doors of venues like, hey, why aren't you having this person in? Or is
Yeah.
like, do they book that person and they only sell half the show out?
Yeah,
You know?
like
I
we
like
saw
these guys a lot.
Sabaton.
I just want to believe.
recently, and it was like,
Sold out crowd. Andrew Dre Beatty.
but that's like the biggest venue we've ever seen them in, and it's been 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how big was that venue? Like 1,000 people?
A couple of
Couple?
thousand.
Yeah.
I think. I don't remember what we looked.
But they're not like selling out Riverbend.
No.
Yeah.
No. But they're probably very popular in Europe.
They might. Oh, they could. If Riverbend was in Europe, they could sell it out. I'd say that.
Yeah. Of that, I have no doubt.
Yeah.
You want to get into like highlights, lowlights?
Yeah, for sure. The obvious question: top songs. Do you guys?
Top three.
Oh, I don't
Top
think I
three?
ever gave a score for the album.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
100%. Give your thoughts. I want to hear it as a non-fan.
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
non-fan,
as a non-fan,
a lot of
please.
it was hard to listen to. A lot of the more noisy stuff. The only songs I really like were the ones that kind of stood out. Addicted Violence was one. Tortuga Nights. I like The Executioner. So there were like 3. The rest of them, it was hard for me to differentiate between each song. As somebody who's not a fan, like I can listen to certain music. Like I'm sure a lot of, so for example, any like country album like Coulter Wall or Tyler Childers, you can listen to like, man, all these songs sound the same. But to me, they're very distinct. Which I'd imagine is probably the same for you with this. And that's my opinion for this. But like as a non-fan, you know, maybe like a 5. As somebody who's kind of ventured into this genre, I mean, they sounded good. Lead singer strong, like in the genre. You know, like 7 or an 8, especially like a new breakout band. Like I think there's room,
potential.
Yeah, potential for them to like hit whatever they can hit in this vein of music.
Just got to tour with the right people.
Yeah.
You know, get caught on.
Do the legwork.
Yep.
Do a Sabaton.
Yeah.
Do an opener. Global opener tour.
Yeah, like you need to have a website that's better than something that I can do as a very, very, very junior web developer.
Do that.
like I've built websites that are as good as what they have, and like that they need better than that, and they need to have just a better presence. They don't have lyric videos.
Oh
yeah,
I mean,
that's an easy thing to do.
But if they're still touring in bars, I mean, and if that's not your
thing,
thing,
just have a friend do it. You send them the lyrics. It's not hard.
I'd be happy with the lyrics and like the
lyric
video
genius
video description on YouTube.
Yeah, just something. They got 10 seconds of static with the lyrics in it. It's easy to do. Just do it.
They got the comments turned off on their YouTube videos, which is not cool.
Yeah, I don't
people
understand.
doing that lately, and it's just like, why are you doing that?
What was your favorite 3?
Tortuga Nights,
Addicted to Violence, which confused me.
And I would have to say the Executioner. Dang, okay. The Executioner had a really nice like bass rhythm, and it was kind of pretty bass heavy there for a while.
I thought
which was different. I mean, it was different from a lot of the rest of the album. Those are kind of my favorite ones that were a little different from.
I love all these songs, but I thought that one was their most boring one.
Which one?
The Executioner. Besides A Dying Moon or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, that was real bad. They could have.
It's okay.
No, they could have completely cut that one out of there.
Okay, so here I have written thoughts about that, and I believe that it is a concert breather. There's nothing terribly fast about it. There's like I don't think there's any drums at all, and I mean this being thrash, that drummer is just going at it.
Yeah,
you know, and even the guitarist is, and it's just kind of like pretty, but not great. Not good even. I gave it a 4 out of 10. But yeah, it's weird in the album.
No, Dying Moon. That was a 2 for me.
I gave it a 5 because, same thing.
It's alright.
All right,
next.
You need one song that kind of slows things down.
No, you don't.
A little bit. But you got to do a better job than that.
That's what Tortuga Nights is.
Woohoo! All right, no, I'm not I already told you guys I'm not disagreeing with that. What are your 3 favorite, Ben?
All right. Tortuga Nights, gave it a 9. I love that song.
Yeah.
Like when we go back and watch this video, you'll see me tapping my feet or strumming guitar, and I'm doing Tortuga Nights.
Sure.
The Reckoning, I gave it an 8. I gave it an 8 out the gate. That song just like impressed me. I said 8 out the gate. And then
it's a strong first foot.
Thrill of the Chase, I gave an 8. But I might do Thrill of the or is that what I said? Yeah, I might do It Ends Tonight. That's what I meant to say. There's like they kind of go back.
Oh, they're very close. I think
I didn't even write anything for that one. It Ends Tonight. I just gave it.
Originally, I said
it's like nightmare is through.
Yeah, I said originally it's pretty catchy, but like it suffers from the same thing the same averageness that Medieval Cowboys suffers from.
Wrong.
I gave Medieval Cowboys a 6.5. I was just like, I don't get it. I mean, it's cool,
yeah,
but like it's whatever.
It was the same thing with like the last Knife. It's like a poser.
Yeah.
Type. Like you're not a cowboy, and you're not like
medieval. You're definitely not a medieval cowboy.
Yeah, you're definitely not a medieval cowboy.
If you guys were pretending to be if you guys were a power metal band, I'd be cool with this song. Or
telling the story.
Yeah, like part of the medieval cowboys or whatever. But like, you're a thrash metal band.
To me, there's enough of the medieval element though. Like in Thrill of the Chase, I'm pretty sure they're talking about like scouting out their assassins of some sort, and they're ready to kill. That's what I thought that one was all about, and like swords drawn already, ready to go.
Yeah,
might be.
it's hard for me to get behind that kind of like
Yeah,
stuff
I just-
in a song. That's like kind of my draw of a lot of this is that it's like I'm not a Viking. Like I
Well,
didn't
yeah,
go
but
to
I'm
war
not-
with a sword. That just doesn't appeal to me.
Well, it's just
I
are you a depressed, alcoholic country boy though? Because that's what you like. And I'm not tearing that apart, but like, oh, that's what a lot of it is. It's like Whiskey Myers, Culture Wall. It's all about this just like melancholic, alcoholic, drug addict cowboy. And so it's just like the same shit. It's like these middle-aged guys who wish they lived in
I
the
get
time
it.
of
I
sword
get it
and
coming
spear.
from you because you're in the dark swinging swords and stuff.
I love
Like, I
swinging
understand
swords,
it.
and you like guns.
I mean, I don't hate them.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys have any interest in what my 3 favorite songs are?
Yeah,
No.
totally.
Yeah.
No. So the Reckoning, I gave a 9.5.
Well,
I
hell
just
yeah.
I
This
love
is a pretty solid opener.
Yeah, that song's really good.
I love the harmonics of the guitar. I love the way it just ascends with this kind of chorus feel.
If you
I
like
love how it's divided into 3 different parts. I love the thrashiness, like you said. But then there is a feel of epic metal in the beginning and the way that it just is almost angelic in sound. And they do it in Tortuga Nights, but I just feel like they do it better in the Reckoning.
Whenever they
go
do
into
that
the
like
chorus,
really
it's
fast
like,
finger pick high note like runs like that is kind of like the epic part that I hear
yeah.
a little bit. I didn't really hear any of that in Tortuga. It was a little more.
I'm saying the ascending chorus that they have. It's like, and at once I'm sailing in the shadows of the night. It feels like a very epic metal or fantasy metal chorus. And
Yeah,
that's it's just an element. And they do it in Reckoning and they do it in Tortuga Nights, and I like Tortuga Nights. So it's the Reckoning. I like Medieval Cowboys just because it's just like the rock and roll lifestyle. I don't give a shit about anything. Sword drawn, fucking let's do this. And then like the tie for third is
Ben's on Instagram.
the tie for third is pretty much every other song. And I'm not lying.
Damn.
I just fucking love this album
Nice.
so much, except for A Dying Moon.
I think
Which
the
is
first half of
whatever.
this album is
Yeah,
like so
you-
much stronger than the second half.
But you're wrong.
But it's not that the second half is weak. I just think
You've heard it at this point.
I just think the first. Yeah, exactly.
It's
I played it. I put this album on shuffle, starting with Reckoning, because I'm much like I'm gonna at least give them the courtesy of starting with their opener, and then we can go shuffle. And I put it on shuffle, and it was fine. Putting it on, whatever the random order was, starting it coming in the back, whatever, was fine.
I have a very specific question though. What did you guys feel about Mini Worlds?
It was fine. I think I gave it a 7.
I don't think I gave that one much.
It was one of the
Many Worlds, pretty solid chorus, good tempo. Gave it a
cool
6.
change of pace, not quite Tortuga Nights, but still cool.
Man, I'd see. For you, I thought maybe you would get some Iced Earth out of it. Just,
I
just
maybe
like
did.
the way
I
it
didn't,
was.
but
I don't recall.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, but
Iced Earth does a lot of like regret songs,
Mm.
and then the main chorus in this is like don't regret.
yeah,
And that just hits so hard. I was like, oh man, Iced Earth, which is obviously very dear to me and Ben. But yeah, it's just it felt like Iced Earth reborn, and I was just so happy about it. So I gave that one a 9 out of 10. But realistically, like Tortuga Nights, I found myself singing every one of these songs. Like It Ends Tonight, Eye for an Eye, Executioner even. But like for that one, I felt like it was just like a power metal band could have done that song.
Stop.
And I loved just the craziness, the anxiety, the thrashiness of this album, but still melodic and acceptable to the palate. Like I couldn't necessarily listen. I couldn't necessarily listen to Pantera every day, but this I could listen to every single day.
All
the
right.
whole album.
Well, here comes the real question, Jeff.
What are we doing next week?
Yeah, that's fine. What
Was
are we?
it better than Kate McCannon?
No, because Kate McCannon is so fucking awesome.
Kate McCannon.
Culture Walls.
Last week, this
fucking
like
just
this is
epic.
for whatever he went on the tangent about Culture Wall. Kate McCannon was like one of the best songs ever, and so it's like, all right, so your new like judge of how much you like an album is going to be, was it better than Kate McCannon? And I told him I'd ask him.
It was not better than the song Kate McCannon, because there is no quiet moment to epic ascension that Kate McCannon has, because the music that they're playing.
That song. I don't even know what song you're talking about.
I put 3 rounds into Kate McCannon. Culture Wall.
He tells a story, and it starts off so simple.
Means nothing. Bunch of hillbillies in the fucking country doing hillbilly shit.
Shooting their girlfriends.
Yeah.
Cheers, mates.
If you like... Oh, God!
Oh.
It's so burny. If you liked what you saw here today, please like, subscribe,
Hit the bell.
Watch the show.
tell Ben's mom. Love you guys.
Later.